In the Revachol Citizens Militia, there is only one officer superstar. This is his story.
The observant viewer will notice that we last left Superstar and Kim at the Dice Makers. Now, though, we are outside Superstar's new sleeping shack. All that happened off-screen was they left the building and fast-traveled here. You missed nothing. Speaking of missing nothing, stick around to the end of this episode to see something special. Okay, let's wish Kim a good night and send him away.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Perfect. See you later, Kim. Sleep well. We are going to go to bed. So, we're going to do a bunch of drugs before we do that. Last play session, I tried to do a bunch of drugs before going to bed, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. But I have since looked it up, and I think I figured it out. But before we do that, I want to put on some electrochemistry stuff, because it feels like that's what we should do when we're doing drugs. So let me actually, we already still have wine left, so I'm going to just equip these cigarettes and equip this Pyrrolidon. Then I'm going to go over to clothes, and for a couple of reasons, we're going to put on this silk robe. One, it's a robe, and we're going to sleep, and it's completely doofusy, so I love it. And then two, we're going to swap out our Shivers tie, our Shivers tie for our drama tie, because I feel like, well, again, it makes us look ridiculous, but I also feel like we might benefit from the drama thing while we're asleep and we're doing all of these drugs. What I am not going to do, even though I might be inclined to do it, is I'm not going to take off this shirt because I want the volition. So we're going to leave that on, and now we're going to exit here, and we are going to do the drugs. And so the problem I determined, was this thing. The hitbox for doing the drugs is super small. So now that it's turned white, we can do the Pyrrolidon. And we just did it. Psyche raised. Oh, and we need to heal our health. Okay. And now we're going to smoke a cigarette. Again, with the weird tiny hitbox. Okay, and we're lighting up. Yeah. Oh, I should have turned us around. We damaged our health again, but I'm not going to heal right now. You know what? I will heal, just in case something happens while we're sleeping. And it's useful to have a higher endurance. So, okay, now we have 2 charges of Pyrrolidon and cigarettes each. I'm going to put our ledger back on because I want the empathy and the Inland Empire because I think it's nifty. And none of the rest of these give us any skill, so I might as well just put on our tear bag before I forget again. So I think we're good to go. Let's try going to sleep. Cross your fingers, everyone.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
Let's go to sleep.
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Okay. Thank you, basal ganglia.
Recorded in you forever on Ferrotape.
I'm not sure what to do here. Let's do spinning. Tell me, am I dreaming?
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash. The bang. The endless learning experience.
Yeah, but I think we know that Superstar is spinning on empty.
On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising. Above the dark curvature The great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
There's no question that basal ganglia is talking about Dora, our ex-wife. Even though Superstar wouldn't know that at this point, he might figure out that it's his ex-wife, but it's an alternate timeline Superstar that made the phone calls and encountered Dora.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now.
Do we want to be unmade? No, I think Harry's working really hard to try to remake himself.
You can never forget this shit.
I don't think we want to forget anymore. Yeah, here we go. The rain, the snow. I don't want to. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
Maybe we like those words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harristar, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless keepsakes.
I mean, sure, some of them are meaningless, but some of them are quite valuable. If not to us, then to other people.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right. I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
You know what? Maybe we will be in the loony bin, but at least we're striving to improve. I think you should shut up, basal ganglia.
For the working class.
Yeah, for the working class. That's what we're doing.
For the money, baby.
Not so much for the money.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
You know, you can't stop us from trying. You don't know for a fact it won't put smoke back in her mouth. All right, I'm building communism for all. This time we won't fail. Let's pursue that thought. It looks like we get to pick between two thoughts. This is the one we want.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
What the voiceover said was different from what it says here, and it actually means something quite different. It said that it's the world changing around him instead of changing him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
That's a pretty eerie little song. Feel the pillow under our cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Wait, we're done sleeping already?
Do it for the wind.
Do what for the win? What are you talking about, Shivers?
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
Okay, we will, Logic. We definitely will. That's what an RPG is all about. Let's open our eyes. Oh, I hear the sound of a thought. Oh, look, we are pretty unhappy. Okay, we healed up. I don't know if doing the drugs helped at all. They have cleared up, not surprisingly. Okay, let's let's go through this thought.
Rise and shine, comrade. It's time to get to work.
What's going on, Rhetoric?
Despite all the thinking you've been doing, only 0.0001% of communism has been built. It's too great a task to undertake alone. You're going to have to get organized.
Have you seen my shit recently? I've really gotten it together.
It's good that your personal business is in order, but we're talking about political matters of world historical import here.
Okay, then what do we do?
You must seek out your revolutionary brothers and sisters. Find out how much communism they've built. Then, together, maybe you'll be able to build as much as 0.0002% of communism.
That's double the communism, you know.
But it won't be easy. Decades of persecution by coalition authorities have driven the remaining communists of Martinaise underground.
But I'm part of the coalition authorities. Have I been persecuting communists this whole time?
Possibly. If you have been, it's only because you're a double agent acting in furtherance of your long-term objectives.
Yes, definitely.
Listen to this. Do you really think you're the kind of person an underground communist cell would entrust with a mission that requires such discretion? Regardless, what's past is past. You need to look forward to the work of building communism for all.
All right, then will it help me fire up Mazov's socialist sausage grinder?
Just between us, you may want to lay off this grind up the bourgeoisie stuff. It's a bit off-putting, even to fellow communists.
Plus all this talk of sausage makes me hungry. How am I supposed to find them if they're hiding?
Let your nose guide you, detective.
You must mean my nose. K-N-O-W-S, as in my huge and highly functioning brain.
No, we meant your nose, as in that swollen muck detector in the center of your face. It just happens to be perfectly calibrated for sensing communists.
So we're like a witch hunter for communists.
We really have no idea what they're talking about. There's no linkage between ideology and olfaction.
That was smell perception that responded with that. What does communism smell like?
Failure.
Okay, but what does failure smell like?
It's a smell you know all too well. Simultaneously repulsive and yet darkly appealing. Musty with a sharp tang, but also a remnant of lost sweetness. Like a rotting mango that's been swaddled in a coat from your grandfather's attic.
That's a pretty specific image.
What you're smelling is your own body odor, of course. Nothing a shower and change of clothes couldn't fix.
All right, Perception, thanks for bringing us back down to earth here.
People sometimes complain there are no real communists left in Martinaise. But you can smell their presence. They're out there, waiting for you to join them.
I believe it. We are in search of them.
Incidentally, during the waning days of the anti-centennial revolution, a number of Revacholian communards constructed elaborate hideouts in abandoned root cellars, hollowed out tree trunks, and even residential sewage tanks. This latter phenomenon gave rise to the early anti-communist slogan, "The future's bright when you flush out the white."
That's a very strange slogan. Okay, I'm ready. Let's get organized.
First, you'll have to locate the remaining communists in Martinaise. When you get near to someone with revolutionary potential, your nose will give you the signal to establish contact.
I wonder if it'll give us a signal by us sneezing.
Again, no, it won't. Any olfactory response you perceive will be strictly psychosomatic.
Perception is arguing with Rhetoric.
You could also just look for more tangible evidence of communist activity. Images of Krasmezov and white antlers are usually a dead giveaway.
Wasn't there something outside the door, our nemesis door, that had that stuff? We'll have to go back over there and check it out. Hang on, what will I do once I establish contact with my fellow communists?
You'll discuss the monumental world historical task that lies before you. You'll engage in rigorous and spirited debates about Mazovian theory and practice. But mostly, you'll probably complain about other communists.
Isn't that last part kind of counterproductive?
Not at all. Complaining about other communists is one of the most important parts of being a communist.
That's interesting. So communism's like middle school, where complaining about other middle schoolers is one of the most important parts of being a middle schooler? All right, let's get to it then.
Here we go. Wake, brave worker. 'Tis no time for bed. Fight till there's no slaves below, and no masters o'erhead.
Nice, nice. Okay, hopefully we can do stuff at the docks. Or it's at the harbor, I mean. Although, that hasn't really turned up much of anything. Okay, so here we are. Let's actually look at that task. Get yourself organized, our first Thursday task. Roam the streets and sniff out some comrades. Well, that's kind of a letdown. Okay, I'm going to take off our sleeping robe in favor of our esprit de corps and shivers shirt, jacket. Okay, I believe we have 5 points to spend, and we're very close to getting a 6th. So I wonder if maybe we should spend a point here or start internalizing another thought. We can, if we want, unlock 6 more slots, and perhaps it even scrolls up once we hit the top. I like the idea of the Precarious world because it doesn't have any stat negatives while we're thinking about it. But there's also Wasteland of Reality, which is -2 physical instrument, and the research time is 20 hours, which I think might be the longest one we've run into so far. Like, by a long way. I mean, Wompty Dompty Dom Center is only 42 minutes. Oh, we don't have the rest of these. So, we could do... Alright, you know what? Let's do it. Let's open another slot. Skill points are a little bit burning a hole in my pocket. And I'm going to internalize this. So 4 hours until we're done with that. Okay. What should we do today? How about we leave the building? That's a good start, I would think. Kim should be out here. And there he is. Oh, he's underneath. You're already in our party. Hello. Good morning. You have anything to say to us? No? Is the lady still here? Let's go talk to her. Thought we had exhausted all of her stuff, but it looked like last night we had not.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Okay. Does that help her with her catching of stuff in the net?
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with you and those waves? Since I just asked.
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me.
Oh, well, but she's just been leaning against this thing for like 2 straight days. Maybe she could go out there and start fishing.
But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
I'm not going to do this yet, especially because Kim's presence makes it awkward. I'm looking for someone else, actually.
Oh? Who?
Oh, I don't know yet. I just was selecting that, but I guess we're not.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
That's my motor carriage in the sea, by the way, pointing to our sunken vehicle.
Oh. That's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
I got drunk and apparently drove it in the sea.
This calls for a funeral, if you ask me.
You're suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage?
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all?
I love it. What an odd thought. Maybe I should.
Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Yeah, okay. I can agree with that. Plus, I mean, we were so impressed with our ability to go flying off the roof and into the butter sign that we thought it was a race car driver who had done it. So, it's impressive.
Life world. Someone's been reading up on last century Gotwaldian philosophers. Play it cool now.
Alright, I'm in. But organizing a funeral takes a lot of time and effort, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake?
All good questions.
Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
Okay, but you're suggesting we do a little more than that.
That's all we have time for right now anyway. Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere.
Him. You are so boring. It's a pity we don't get to do more frivolous side activities, like rejuvenate the Doom commercial area, or...
Yes, that is a pity. But for now, let's focus on the things we do get to do. Like the murder investigation, for example.
Okay, viewers, you hear that sound? That is the sound of Kim peeing on our Cheerios.
You like the Capri funeral idea?
Oh, did he? Okay. That's great. I guess we have to move on. We've got nothing else, and we can't go on a date with her yet. Be seeing you, Lillian. Alright, nothing over here. We'd still have... Let's see, we still have some booze. We could go try to get another story out of Doom Spiral. Okay. Now that we are here with Kim, and it's the morning, we're gonna go tidy up a few things. I think we should go get all 4 of Morel's straps. We only have 2 of them, but again, I think this is... We should have had this one because we died. And then this one, I know exactly where this is. This is by that murder wall. So let's go over there. In fact, they're both really close to each other. Let me zoom out a little. Actually, I guess I'll zoom back in so people on phones can see more. Okay, let's go over here. If I understand correctly. Wow. Trant and Mikhail are still just hanging out there. It's a very long conversation. I don't know that I would necessarily want to spend that much time with my dad.
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist.
Okay.
Behind you, a ruined residential building looms over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. They rustle confidentially, in tune with the pitter-patter of the rain.
The reeds are rustling confidentially? That's funny.
When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades. Nowhere for drunks and adventurous teenagers to hide. Now only the wind blows.
Yeah, we've certainly searched around this area and found some not so wonderful stuff. Let's reach for the trap.
Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
So that's 3 out of 4.
Yes, all of them. One more of these and we're done.
His face is red from the cold sea air. He crouches to catch his breath. Bummer it wasn't in here.
I'm just glad we haven't found some poor cat trapped in one of these.
Ah, that's not a wonderful thought. So the 4th one should be over here. This is actually one that we should have got, like, right away. Like I was mentioning before. There it is.
This is the last of the traps. The one Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality.
Alright, so hopefully we find the cryptid in here. Let's look around.
The reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake in the lazily falling rain. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow.
We feel strange. Okay, that's odd. Let's reach for the trap.
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here.
Ooh, nice. Maybe we found the cryptid. Let's look closer.
No locusts.
Oh, no locusts. Whoa, no locusts. Something ate them?
No Phasmid either, but still.
Okay, let's immediately yell. It's empty. Morel didn't leave it empty.
Your voice echoes on the coast, carried by a gust of cold wind.
Let's look closer still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there, I just see an empty trap.
But what if it was the Phasmid? What if it ate them and got out?
Right. Anyway, that's for the cryptozoologists to figure out now. We're not cryptozoologists. We're cops.
Him? Really? Yes, you're right. We're not cryptozoologists. But, you know, where's your sense of adventure? Alright. Alright. Guess, okay, wait. So let's look at... Okay, guys, stop walking. Let's look at the task. Ah, okay, we need to return to Morel in the whirling with the news. That's fine, because what I wanted to do next was try to acquire a bunch of money. And Did we look at these things? What's that? Oh, yeah, no. I don't know. What I want to do next is go get some money so that we can buy some magnesium from the Freet. Even though we're in much better shape than we have been historically, because we have 2 magnesium and now 4 volition, but I just don't want to take the risk. And I think we can sell... Oops, you're going the wrong way, gentlemen. I think we can sell the filament. Let's go to the store and sell the filament. So we're going to sell the filament because I think we're done with it. Hopefully we're done with it. I don't know. But it's worth 50.
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Hey Roy, there's something I'd like to sell.
Sure. Let me have a look.
I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here. Show him the photo.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
Do you know what the tattoos mean?
Aphotic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter.
Okay. We'll sell you something lighter.
You have absolutely no idea what aphotic paths are, but the tattoos on the man are not that.
Okay, let's see what this is. I have some armor.
All right. Let's see it.
I don't think we're going to be forced to sell it, so let's show him the stuff to see what it's worth. I've got these sabatons.
Oh, no. I don't need bloodthirsty mercenaries knocking on my door looking for their missing toys.
Alright, that seems reasonable.
Besides, this gear costs a fortune. There's no one in Martinez with that kind of money.
Okay, yeah, we knew it was valuable.
It feels like he would have accepted the risk if he hoped to profit from it. It's not greed, though. Deep down, he's a gambler, provided the stakes are sufficiently interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. And we figured it out from electrochemistry. Alright, I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
We could sell this banged up fuel canister. A dented stainless steel canister for transporting and storing heavy fuel oil. Well, I don't know, maybe that'll come in handy, and I don't think we need the money if we sell this thing. So we already did this, so let's pawn it. Boom, 50 real. That is amazing. I'd like to sell my clothes. What?
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, I didn't really want to sell them anyway. Okay, so
Another
now we
time, perhaps.
Right. Okay, thanks, Roy. Now we can buy our boombox. Oh, this money's gonna burn a hole right in my pocket.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
Oh yes, it is ours. We are going to buy this. I want to buy that boombox, Roy.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Very nice. Thanks, Roy. So let's do that. Let's play our tape. I know we have a tape. Wow, it looks a lot like the Cobbleson multi-tool. Okay, so equip this tape player to play tapes. Tape player Harmon Waushi WO2. This reel-to-reel boombox of everyone's youth. A little banged up, a little chipped, and honestly, not that loud either. Looks cool though. Excels at being carried on the shoulder, allowing you to play audio tape and blast music into the face of unsuspecting strangers. Okay, let's swap it out for our tear bag. And now we want to interact with it. Oh, here's the tape. Oh, that was an empty... Okay, tape. Here we go.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Alright, let's press play on the tape.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Let's press our ears against the speaker.
It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad.
I have the music turned off for copyright purposes. I wonder if it would be playing a specific song to match this tape if I had it on.
Within seconds, you know, this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune.
Nice, we're gonna be able to do
A
karaoke.
click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times.
This is awesome. Yet another thing for us to do.
Yep, they're all here. All 3 verses.
Nice.
And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it.
Everything's coming up, Millhouse!
Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What obstacle?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand.
Well, I think giving him the bird should have gone a long way to winning him over.
The lieutenant looks at you as you remove the tape from the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Yeah, Ken, keep it to yourself, whatever you're thinking. Okay, that was unreasonably exciting. Wait, what is this filthy jacket? Oh yeah, right. Let's go back to tools. I'm going to put our tear bag back in our hands. We'll check out the task. Sing karaoke. Convince Gart to let us sing karaoke. Well, hopefully he will let us do it. The next plan with our 4477 is to go buy some magnesium and I guess... Oh, hey, who are you guys? We will find out who those guys are next time. Meanwhile, check out this wonderful depiction of Superstar made by Ratcliffe. I'm incredibly humbled that they took the time to make it for me. Fan art is of course always greatly appreciated. My email address is in the channel about. Thank you again for spending your time with me and Superstar. Please remember to spay or neuter your pets, but not both.